What's going on, everybody? Thank you all for joining me today. If you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like button because that is the most important thing you can do for me on this channel. What it does is that it helps to make sure that those who are subscribed to the channel will indeed get their notifications, and it also helps to push this video through the YouTube algorithm as well. Secondly, if you're new to the channel or maybe you've been ghost watching for this channel for quite some time now, please do me a favor and yourself a favor by hitting the subscribe button as well as the bell notification next to the subscribe button so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. And lastly, please make sure you share this video out on your social media platforms to your family and friends to get this news and information out to them. And that does also help give me a slight boost in the YouTube algorithm as well. And with the introduction out of the way, let's now get into today's news. And today we are headed over to Ohio because it was recently reported that an illegal immigrant TikToker who became a huge influencer mocking American citizens for having to work like slaves while he receives freebies on our tax dollars has recently been arrested by ICE and possibly on the road to being deported. So I want to get into this right now because, like I said, this guy has become a big deal, this illegal immigrant who has gotten on TikTok, who has blown up, become a celebrity in the illegal immigrant TikTok space, apparently, once again, where he mocks American citizens. He mocks us for having to go to work every day while he lives off our tax dollars, apparently making hundreds of thousands of dollars. I shouldn't say hundreds of thousands of dollars. Let me rewind that back. While he makes thousands of dollars. Okay, not hundreds of thousands, but I mean, at this point, maybe if he was in New York as opposed to Ohio, he probably would be making hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? But I want to get into a direct quote from one of his videos concerning him mocking us as being slaves. I want to read this off first before I actually play the video because he's speaking in Spanish. And if you're driving right now listening to this audio only, you're not going to be able to read the subtitles. But this is what he actually had to say concerning American citizens being slaves while he lives off of our tax dollars. He said, "You're hurt because I make more than you without much work while you work like slaves. Understand? That's the difference between you and me. I'm always going to make lots of money without much work, and you're always going to be exploited and miserable and insignificant." Wow. That's all I have to say about that is wow. Now let's hear this coming out of his mouth himself. Let me play the video for you right now.
Es que yo facture más que ustedes sin necesidad de andar como esclavos. ¿Capichi? Esa es la diferencia tuya y mía. Que yo siempre voy a hacer dinero sin mucho trabajo.
So I'm going to play that for you one more time with the screen blown up, just so you get a better look at this criminal's face.
Es que yo facture más que ustedes sin necesidad de andar como esclavos. ¿Capichi? Esa es la diferencia tuya y mía. Que yo siempre voy a hacer dinero sin mucho trabajo.
So now what I want to do is get into this New York Fox News article very quickly, just to get a little bit more information on what's going on with this individual so you know a little bit more about him. And I do want to also take a moment to explain why I don't believe he is going to get deported. I don't see him actually getting deported, despite the fact that, you know, he broke the law to come into the country and then mocked everybody for it afterwards. I want to give you my reason why I don't believe he's going to get deported. And even if he does get deported, he'll be right back in the country with no consequences anyway, as long as Biden as the president of the United States. But let's get into this article very quickly here. Illegal migrant who went TikTok viral urging others to squat in people's homes arrested by ICE. And yes, there's that too. He encouraged other illegal immigrants to participate in squatting in vacant homes to seize those homes away from American citizens. But let's get into this right now. The Venezuelan illegal immigrant influencer who went viral with his TikTok videos urging other migrants to squat in people's homes has been arrested by immigration and custom enforcement officials. Lionel Moreno was arrested by ICE's Detroit field office and is in federal custody, an ICE official told Fox News Friday. He was caught by the agency's fugitive ops team in Gahanna, Ohio on Friday. ICE later confirmed in a statement that he was arrested and detained pending further immigration proceedings. Marino had illegally entered the U.S. April 23rd of 2022, ICE confirmed to Fox News Digital on Thursday. He was placed into the Alternatives to Detention program by Border Patrol, but had absconded from the program after failing to report to an ICE office within 60 days of arriving at his destination. Now, get this. Marino previously told his audience he planned to make a business out of invading abandoned houses and taking them over with squatters' rights laws, then selling them for a profit. And I quote, "I have thought about invading a house in the United States," he said in the TikTok video. "I found out that there is a law that says that if a house is not inhabited, we can seize it." So this is what this guy was attempting to do next. His next move was essentially to attempt to steal homes and resell them under squatters' rights. That's what he was going to attempt to do up until the point now to where he's been detained by ICE. Now, here's the thing. I don't believe that he's going to get deported. I don't believe that that's going to happen because under the Biden administration, we just simply don't deport illegal immigrants in the United States anymore. It just doesn't happen, realistically speaking, when you compare him to past administrations like the Trump administration and even the Obama administration, Barack Obama being the undisputed champion of deporting illegal immigrants. When you compare Biden to them, the man just doesn't deport anyone. I want to go down to some facts here concerning those statistics, specifically as it pertains to illegal immigrant Venezuelans. Only 834 Venezuelans were deported in the fiscal year of 2023, according to Immigration and Customs ICE data, despite being over 335,000 encounters at the border. In fiscal year of 2023, there were 335,000 illegal immigrant encounters as it pertains specifically to illegal immigrant Venezuelans. 335,000. Out of 335,000, only 834 of them were deported. That is insane. Let me give you some Barack Obama statistics because, like I told you, Barack Obama was the undisputed champion of deportations. Right here is a little bit of data here. And the number that you see here at the very top of this data marks is in the hundreds of thousands, right? So you see here in the fiscal year of 2009, Barack Obama deported 392,000 illegal immigrants. In 2010, he deported 382,000. In 2011, he deported 387,000. In 2012, Obama deported 418,000 illegal immigrants. In 2013, he deported 438,000. Like I told you, Barack Obama is the undisputed champion of deportations. And for as much as people want to talk Trump's deportation record pales in comparison to Barack Obama's deportation record. And Trump was deporting people like crazy. Here's some data here. Fiscal year 2018, he deported 256,000. In 2019, Trump deported 267,000. In 2020, Trump deported 220,000. But now look at how huge the drop off is once Biden gets into office. In fiscal year 2021, you're telling me Joe Biden only deported 59,000? 59,000. This man is refusing to deport illegal immigrants. So this is why I say I don't actually have any confidence that there's going to be justice concerning this individual who was recently arrested in Ohio. Because under the Biden administration, there is no justice as it pertains to those who cross the border illegally, violate our laws, refuse to go to court, essentially becoming gotaways, and then going on TikTok and mocking U.S. citizens for receiving freebies off of our tax dollars while we have to work like slaves. Under the Biden administration, this man realistically will not get deported. And even if he does get deported, there's nothing stopping him from coming back into the country without any consequences. Because once again, deportations is just not a thing. It just isn't a thing under this administration. So we'll see how things pan out moving forward. To be honest with you, I expect to see this guy back on TikTok again before the year is over, mocking us for having to work like slaves while he lives off of our tax dollars. So we'll see how this plays out as things move forward. Hopefully he gets deported, but once again, even if he does, he'll probably be right back in the country, especially if he gets deported before this election. And if Biden actually wins again, we'll see how that plans out. If he wins again, he'll definitely be coming back into the country. But if he gets deported before the election, he'll most likely re-enter the country again before Trump gets into office. But once again, we'll just have to see how this all plays out as things move forward. So with all that being said, that does it for today's news. I want to thank you all for joining me today. Please hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel. Share this video out on your social media platforms, and make sure you follow me on Telegram at TD Media Group. The link to my Telegram is in the description box below and will be pinned in the comment section as well. And until the next video, peace and have a great afternoon.